How to spend a weekend in Thun, Switzerland's lesser-known lakeside retreat. Please subscribe my channel, like, share and press the bell button. From vineyards and views to caves and canoes, this unsung slice of Switzerland has plenty to offer culture-hungry travelers on a weekend getaway. This paid content article was created for Switzerland Tourism as part of a joint initiative with Interlaken Tourism. It does not necessarily reflect the views of National Geographic, National Geographic Traveler, UK, or their editorial staffs. The gateway to Switzerland's Bernese Alps, Thun is as quintessentially Swiss as you can get. Lake Thun is bookended by its namesake town to the west and the adventure sports hub of Interlaken to the east, and has long provided an escape into nature for Swiss travelers in the know. However, the region has remained somewhat under the radar to holidaymakers from further afield. The result is a series of quiet, trail-woven vineyards, castle-sprinkled shores, myth-laden caves and never-ending mountain views, all perfect for a short summer or autumn break. Day 1. Morning. Start out in Thun's medieval Altstadt, Old Town, and gaze over the striking turquoise waters of the Aare River as it begins its 180-mile journey from Lake Thun to the Swiss capital Bern. Delve into the arcaded walkways of the cobbled Main Street, Obere Hauptgasse, before heading up to the city's crowning jewel, Thun Castle. This 800-year-old castle is straight out of a fairy tale, with its pointed turrets offering spectacular views of the mountain-lined lake. Grab a coffee and head down to the flower-festooned wooden bridges of Unter Schlussenbrück and Obere Schlussenbrück, where locals surf the river's standing waves. Afternoon. For the best views of the city, climb the 433 steps from Brahms Quay to Jakobshubbeli Pavilion. If it's a warm day, the lake's waters are sure to be inviting upon returning from such an ascent. Cool off at Flussbad Schwabi's swimming area before wandering the shores to Schadot Park, where you can relax on pristine lawns and enjoy knockout views of the snow-capped Eiger, Monk and Jungfrau peaks. From here, you're well placed to explore the pastel-pink, mid-19th century Schloss Chateau, now a boutique hotel, the lavishly muralled Romanesque church of Kirchschersleben, and the Thun Panorama exhibition, a romantic vision of Switzerland painted in 1814, the oldest of its kind in the world. Evening. Tune into Thun's vivacious spirit at the Altstadt's bustling Mulletplatz and the surrounding riverside bars. Stop for an expertly mixed cocktail at the antique scattered vaults of Atelier Classic, before sampling superb Italian cuisine by candlelight at Chartreuse. If you're celebrating a special occasion, consider Michelin-starred Panorama Hartlersberg, just north of the town, for far-reaching views and season-spun tasting menus. Top. You'll often find locals taking to the surf underneath the picturesque Obere Schlussenbrück Bridge. Bottom. Built in the 12th century, Thun Castle is one of the area's most striking sights and is home to a fascinating museum. Day 2. Morning. A 10-minute train ride south of Thun brings you to the pretty lakeside town of Spies, which sits happily at the foot of the 2,362 meters high Niesen Mountain. Though it may lack the size and stature of neighboring Thun, Spies more than makes up for it in alpine charm. Lying on a beautiful horseshoe-shaped bay and topped off with the medieval Spies Castle, this town is an instant heart-stealer. The surrounding local vineyards produce deliciously crisp Riesling and Sylvaner white wines, many of which are aged in the castle cellars. Book ahead for a tour and tasting, or hook on to the 12-stop Vineyard Sensory Adventure Trail, which takes you through the region's winemaking process from grape to glass. Afternoon. Swing south to the Fallency artillery plant to discover formerly top-secret Second World War bunkers. Check monthly opening dates before visiting. Disguised as barns, they were built to house Swiss troops during the war and are the gateway to a warren of underground tunnels. Alternatively, make a quick hop over to Leissigen to experience the 460 feet long suspension bridge, which reaches high above the Spissebach stream with giddy Lake Thun views. Evening. Backtrack to the northern shores of the lake and the sleek Delta Park Vitality Resort. On warm evenings, snag a table on the terrace for lake views and sundowners, followed by creative Swiss dishes such as beef tartare with homemade brioche. Or if you're in the mood for spice, book a spot at the resort's outstanding Thai restaurant, Delta Verde. There are plenty of ways to enjoy the water of Lake Thun, whether you prefer to paddle your own path on a canoe or SUP, or enjoy a steamboat cruise. Day 3. Morning. First thing, when the lake is glass clear, rent a canoe or SUP at Delta Park Vitality Resort and head out on the Lake Thun Canoe Trail. This scenic 10-mile route reaches from Guat, 2.5 miles below Thun, to Lysigan, a small village on the lake's southern shore. Peering up to glacier-topped mountains, lush green vineyards, forested crags and medieval castles, you'll see the lake from a whole new perspective. Pause to picnic, swim or fire up a barbecue at designated areas. Afternoon. Lore has it that the fearless Irish monk Saint Beatus slayed a cave-dwelling, fire-breathing dragon and sent it spiraling into a watery grave in Lake Thun in 100 CE. Today, you can still visit these famed limestone caves by taking the paddle steamer to Beatenbecht on the lake's northeast shore. Their mythology seems apt, as these grottos are straight out of The Lord of the Rings. Wispy waterfalls plummet down a sheer wall of foliage-swaddled rock outside, while inside you'll find a forest of stalagmites and stalactites. Evening. Take a waterside walk at Newhouse on the lake's eastern tip, close to Interlaken, where the Laguna Beach Bar serves a variety of spritzes in summer. Jump in a cab for a short drive up to Lugebrugli, where you'll find inspiring views of Lakes Thun and Brienz, overlooked by the jagged outline of the Jungfrau summit. Settle on the terrace or in the rustic restaurant for dishes dominated by bright Bernese flavors, from bresaola with mountain cheese and olive oil to grilled trout with lemon and market fresh vegetables.